We're joined right now by Cretz. He's U.S. Ambassador to Libya. Gene, welcome back to In Business.
Good morning, Margaret. It's good to see you again.
You and I spoke before the fall of Gaddafi when you were trying to get U.S. companies to put money on the ground, put dollars to work in building up infrastructure. In the post-Gaddafi era, what are you asking for?
Well, I'd like to start off first by saying that if you read the headlines about what's going on in Libya today, you get a sense of militias going wild, secessionists abounding, and a general state of chaos. In fact, there's a good news story here. First of all, there's a new government that's been in place for 5 months under Prime Minister El-Kib. He just visited the United States 2 weeks ago and in fact met with the President and the Secretary of State, and in fact said that the new Libya welcomed American business. I think there's some exciting developments in the commercial field for our companies. For example, the Libyan government just passed a budget of over $55 billion, of which about 2/3 of it is dedicated to reconstruction, infrastructure, and development. There are other budget allocations for different ministries, all of which in health sector, aviation, roads, whatever, all of which American companies should have a good advantage in. And by the way, we are in very good favor in Libya, and I think this really is the time for American companies to come back.
How many companies who had been active in Libya and then halted during the revolution have actually resumed business?
Just a very few have kind of come back over the last several weeks. But I would add that, as part of the President's economic initiative, the State Department, under the rubric of economic statecraft, has begun a policy to use its diplomatic leverage, in fact, to actively and intensify its promotion of American commercial interests overseas. As part of that initiative, for example, I and my colleague, Jose Fernandez, the Assistant Secretary of Economic Affairs at the State Department, have conducted a once-a-month telephonic conference with American companies. We've done 6 of them so far. We have 100 to 150 companies online each time, and we've begun to talk specifically about different sectors. So, for example, one month we'll talk about the security sector. 1 month we'll talk about the health sector. For last week, we had the Libyan health minister online to talk directly to companies, and we intend to keep doing that. And we hope that this will be a boon and encouragement to American companies to come back.
Well, we know that the stock market did open for trading this week. Before I let you go, Mr. Ambassador, though, today there was that coup held in Mali. Part of the claims here by some of the rebels are that arms are flowing in from Libya. The U.S. has been putting in millions of dollars to try to secure those loose weapons. If that is actually causing coups in nearby states, how as a corporation can you feel safe putting your people, putting your workers on the ground?
Well, look, first of all, the United States is helping Libya in every sector right now in terms of providing capacity training, et cetera. We're also working, as you know, to do what we can to get rid of that threat posed by those man-pads and other weapons. The Libyans themselves have undertaken some very serious initiatives to begin to seal that border. It takes time, but it will happen. And I would say that while the security situation may not be exactly 100% of where we would like it to be, I think it's moving in the right direction. And I would strongly encourage American companies to take advantage of this time right now when the new Libyan government is turning its attention to economic development and strategies in which American companies are very, very much welcome. And there's a welcome door for American enterprise in Libya right now.
Well, that's why we wanted to talk to you today, sir, to get a sense of that. I appreciate your time, Mr. Ambassador.